Every time he forgets how short I am. All right, thank you everybody. I am Leslie Day. I am the author of Authenticity, the Love Me, Don't Leave Me series, which is a collaboration project with an artist on the issue of abandonment of buildings and houses in St. Louis. And then I have 2 upcoming collections.
Speak up.
Thank you. So if you've heard me before or have ever heard of me, I'm kind of known for really long, heartbreaking, tragic, gut punch poetry. But I kind of threw that out tonight, and you guys are going to hear a bunch of pieces that I've never performed before. They're much shorter. I've noticed that when I perform shorter pieces with people who have heard me before, there's like, okay, where's the rest? Leslie, like, you're the long poet. So heads up, they're shorter pieces. And these are some are from my Authenticity collection and then some upcoming collections. So this first one is called Painted Colors. I've painted this soul with colors and brought to light the darkness. With painful, determined precision, broken hands created designs that drip with infectious desires, traveling through bursting, fragile veins. Strokes of color do not come easy, nor do they come quickly. But all it takes is one small blink to paint black over all the colors and drench this soul in darkness. Thank you. All right, this next one is called Color and Darkness. Tangled limbs of wisdom intertwine in the sky. Show me the path to take through the roots of life. Blue skies are hidden far above, blocked by the branches that spread through our lives. Let me see the beauty that creeps into view. Let me see the color that finds its home in darkness. This one is called Magnolia Blooms. Yesterday, the magnolia bloomed, and when I looked upon the soft pink petals, a smile spread wide across my face, and the joy of this yearly beauty filled my insides. The blooms of a promise that spring will be here soon. I tried to capture the beauty with a photograph, but the storage was full, and there was no space for this memory of happiness. Today I looked upon their petals once more, but my lips were unmoving and my insides were dark shadows of what had been yesterday. Although the blooms had further blossomed in the sun, from the shadowed lens of my eyes, their beauty had been ripped from the stem. No longer was there happiness at their promise of spring. Yesterday your beauty was among us. Your lungs had breath within them, and if you would have stood beside me, you would have smelled the sweetness of the magnolia petals, and your smile would have shined at the bloom's promise of spring. Today, your beauty is not among us in the flesh. Your lungs no longer have breath, and you'll never stand beside me, smelling the sweetness of petals and smile over the bloom's promise of spring. At least not upon the soil of this earth. Your beauty has gone to be among the world and souls beyond our reach. Today, I capture the shadow of the magnolia's beauty in a photograph. There was space for this memory of sadness. Maybe yesterday the magnolia bloomed one last time for you, and its beauty wasn't meant to be captured. Maybe one day the shadow of the photograph will fall away, exposing the hidden beauty of those sweet magnolia blooms, shrouded by this memory of sadness. Carried away by a swing. 2 tattered ropes hang from an old tree tied to a rough slab of wood. a makeshift swing made by a young girl. There was a time when troubled thoughts could be carried away by the rush of wind in her ears, taken away by the burning muscles as her legs pumped harder and the swing flew higher. Comfort in the feel of a tangled mess of brown curls covering her face from view as the swing reaches the branches above and her bare feet brush against the rough leaves. The troubled thoughts of that young girl are not the thoughts that haunt her mind today. There are some thoughts the rush of wind on a swing can't even momentarily carry away. Box of turmoil. Tangled mess of emotions contained in a tiny box of turmoil. Panic comes crashing in from a claustrophobic state, suffocating from the weight of life. Heavier and heavier the weight bears down. It's becoming harder to breathe. In and out, in and out. Air is becoming stale. Walls quickly come closing in. Take one more shallow breath, for there's little air left to breathe. Broken shards. Broken shards of this soul are scattered around this life. Piece by piece, they're glued in place until it looks like something whole. But when I stare at this soul, this is what I see. I see broken shards of this soul pieced together in deformity. This one is called Reflection. This mirror shows me the reflection of a body covered in stories. A mess of curls frame a pale face with dark eyes surrounded by smudged black lines and fringed with wet lashes. Eyes that tell a story of countless tears being spilled. Natural red stains the surface of lips and cheeks, and a small scar finds its place upon a chin. A scar that tells of younger days full of running and laughter. Lower lies a canvas that shows an artist's touch. Pictures telling stories of love, commitment, loss, and pain. Lower still lies the skin traced lightly with beautiful marks. Beautiful because these marks gave someone a life. They write a story filled with tiny kicks and flips. An imperfect reflection is staring back at me, reminding me of all the stories this body of mine contains. Wandering mind. Black skies cover this forsaken earth as we travel along these deserted roads. I stare out the window through my translucent reflection as the yellow lines race by in a blur that melts against the pavement. A hazy glaze coats my eyes. My mind wanders along its uncharted lands, searching for tangible thought and discovering the hidden mysteries within. Perfect serenity. As I lie here in this pasture of green clover, I sense the perfect serenity of it all. I raise my eyes to the perfect blue sky and watch the clouds slowly drift by. I feel calm, as though this pasture was my own little world and I am the only one it contains. Sadness nor fear can find me here. I am hidden in some far-off land unknown to man. I am happy. I am pure. My mind contains no thought at all. I simply am. I lie soaking in the beauty of it all as I drift off into a blissful sleep. Thank you. This one is called Magic in the Sky. How can when you gaze upon a clear night sky, far away from city lights and population, surrounded only by darkness, moonlight, and the flickering of the stars, and not believe in magic? All-consuming in its beauty, I lie among the dew-covered blades of grass, unable to look away. The sky has many stories to tell, if you only take the time to listen. Just a few more. This one is called Daydreamer. I hear of those who only dream when eyes are shut and minds asleep. What a boring thing to do, to only live in dreams your sleeping self conceives. I'd rather be a daydreamer who dreams while I'm awake, where silence is never silent because dreams are taking shape. I find my hidden desires to dream about all day. What a lovely thing to do, to dream while I'm awake. Gray to gold. Bare trees stretch across the land. The leaves have all fallen and lie resting on the ground. Cold wind bites against thy soul as the tears fall to the ground and moisten the brittle leaves. A gray steel sky swims above thy head. The dullness matches thy inside. Give me the winter sun and turn this gray to gold. Shine upon thy face and dry these salty tears. This life does not belong to you. You have a want for me to be confined to sheets in pain, to fall in the dark hole and never come out, to see no light at the end of this bleak tunnel, to stand staring at the shattered fragments of life. This life does not belong to you. I will not be confined to sheets in pain. I choose to live. I choose to find my way out of the sheets and find a sense of joy. I will climb my way out of this dark hole, even if I emerge with bloody scrapes. I'll strain my tired eyes until I see the speck of light at the end of this bleak tunnel. I choose to slowly pick up the shattered fragments and put them back into some semblance of order. I refuse to stand staring and succumb to a broken life. One for tonight, and this one is called Love the Split. I love art and music and poetry. I love all things with soul. I love to experience a soul splitting open and bleeding out before my eyes. How the blood of that soul mixes in with the brushstrokes of paint on a canvas. How I can hear the droplets in the music, feel the pulsating in the lyrics, and taste the gushing in the lines of poetry. Things without soul are of no interest to me, because a bleeding soul will always be more appealing than some overthought fabrication of a feeling. Thank you guys so much. One more, okay. All right, I'll do one more. All right, this one is a crowd favorite. That some people get pissed off when I don't read it. So, but sometimes I'm like, you guys, same people coming to my stuff. I'm gonna read different stuff. All right, this one is called The Restless. I love life, and I am happy. In almost every way, I am content. And yet, I am restless. There is a fire burning inside that will not be tamed, a thirst that will not be quenched, screaming thoughts that will not quiet themselves. I am restless, restless for life. Not the life I see everyone living, but the life in my imagination. I'm ready for imagination to become what is real and real to become a memory. I have this overwhelming urge to see things I've never seen, go places I've never gone, and do things I've never done. I want to see the beautiful, but also see the ugly. I want to go where life is easy, but also where life is hard and broken. I want to climb a mountain. I want to sail a boat. I want to dive in the depths of the ocean and jump from a plane as I float through the sky. I want to be a pirate. Can I please, at least for one day? I can't list everything I want to do because I want to do it all. I want adventure. I want experience. I want to be utterly exposed. I want passion, not mere satisfaction. I want to taste life in all of its flavors and choke on the endlessness of everything it has to offer. I am more than what you see. Hell, I am more than what I am. I was created for more than average, so average I will not accept. I'm done with the ordinary. Throw me into the extraordinary. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you for playing for me. You did amazing. So you can find me at Leslie Day Poetry on Instagram and Facebook, and I do have copies of both my books available if you're interested. And without further ado, everybody give it up again for Farshid.